All right, back here in the zone. Our Kevin McCarthy back with us in studio. Good to see you, Kevin.
Good to see you both. All right, so actually yesterday on Good Day DC, we had an interview with Jennifer Lopez and Sterling K talking about the brand new movie Atlas. So this movie is about a data analyst played by J-Lo in the film who essentially is tracking down a rogue AI. And the movie really kind of has this whole question of whether or not AI is good or bad, or can we find a bridge to meet in the middle. Now, yesterday, J-Lo talked a lot about it on the Good Day DC interview, and today we're going to feature a bit more of her answer, but also hear from Sterling K. Brown, her co-star, who got really passionate and gave some very interesting points about it. On the other side of this interview, I want to hear from Marina and Joe, both of you, as well as anybody at home, #DMV Zone. Is there a world we can live in where AI can be met in the middle ground? Remember, Hollywood was on strike last year about artificial intelligence and the use of it in filmmaking. So I sat down with J-Lo and Sterling K. Brown and just said to them directly, like, you know, this dealt with the strike from last year as artists, particularly J-Lo as a musician. How do you feel about using AI as a tool? Take a look.
As a musician and as an actor, I'm curious how that tool is something that you think about, considering that there was a whole strike that just happened about AI in Hollywood. And
it's a topic, right? Like the topic of AI in general, not just in our industry, but in the world at large, is like, how great is this? We know it can do some great things, and it's going to keep learning, just like in the movie, it has exponential learning abilities, right? But at the same time, it's like, how dangerous does that get for our society? And I think the movie really delves into that, like the good and the bad. And at the end of the day, it's like, it kind of leaves it up in the air, because you go, oh, well, Smith was really great. But then you go, oh, but this guy really killed 3 million people. Okay, so like, it's that cautionary kind of tale where you say to yourself, okay, we need to be conscious of it. We, like you said earlier, we need to respect it, and we need to I think it needs to be regulated and looked at, because just like when the internet came around and we didn't, it was like the Wild West. It was like, put anything up, do anything, say anything. It has all of these things. It's going to connect the whole world, but we're becoming more disconnected. And so it's a little bit crazy, right? And we just have to be conscious, I think, of it. But we can't ignore either side, the good or the bad, right?
And for you as an artist, is it something that you could see be using as a tool in what you do?
I could see it being used. Like, within the industry, there's the idea that for extra work, that people were going to have their image sort of replicated, and then they could be used in perpetuity. I also think that, like, sometimes convenience can make things cheap. It can also sort of contract the industry. Like, when people are on set, vendors need to be there to feed them, to clothe them, etc. And so, like, the trickle-down effect, while you may be able to save money on production, you may be actually affecting all the other outside vendors that normally productions need. Like, films, in that way, can become a bit of a microcosm of society and sort of spread outwards. Like, when you bring a sports team, like, it's not just the sports team, it's all the other people that work around the sports team that, like, lifts up the economy of that whole area. So I hope, my hope is that we're able to find something that doesn't cut people out.
Right.
A way to use artificial intelligence in a way that doesn't have to replace human labor, human effort. Like, maybe those things can work together in a way? Because I don't want to be replacing people with machines.
Right.
So, Marina, you work in television as an anchor. Joe, you work in television as well, but you're also a musician. How do you feel about it being used as a tool?
I think it's a great tool. I think what J-Lo said is we have to be conscious of it and work with it. But I don't think that the human being has enough wherewithal to do what's best for the human being.
Can we handle it? Like,
I don't think we can handle it.
Like J-Lo said about the internet. Yeah, J-Lo said about the internet. Like, that came out, and as you said, it still isn't fully, like,
the comment section is where the devil lives.
Right?
Yeah.
What about you?
No, I think that I think that Sterling's right, that it will cut jobs, and that's just inevitable. I think that there are jobs that are just very streamlined, that you don't need opinion, that you don't need personality, and those are the ones where the robot, the artificial intelligence, will interfere, and it will. But I also think that human ingenuity, that's what's so great about us, right? That an AI cannot do for us, is that we'll just make something else up that will replace those jobs that got away. So, Haley, I know that we've talked about this a lot in our industry, producing, timing shows, you know, computers, AI. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of think it goes back to what you were saying about the ingenuity. I just don't think, like, obviously you could put someone here to time something, and that's one set of it. But, you know, to actually have someone with, like, a human brain and heart and something to create something together, I think that's kind of the cool thing.
I almost think it's like self-driving cars.
Yes.
Like, they're out there,
Where's
but
the
like,
emotion,
but you need
logic.
Yes, the human, and even though human has a lot of error too, so there is that. But I don't know.
Right,
It's a 50-50.
Atlas on Netflix May 24th. More on fox5dc.com.
Great conversation.
Thank you guys.